off a Friday or what? Not too bad, yes. All right, so you all know why you're here, because school is back in session. And so I'm gonna keep it short and sweet and just bring him out here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Gabriel Iglesias, Jacob, Vargas, Sherri, the founder of El Cine, a 501c3 Latin programming organization. No, you guys can come out. Don't be shy. Were you waiting on me? Put your hands together. Bring it out here.
No more.
This is just me.
Keep it going. And Gabriel Iglesias. And the moderator, Mariana Giselle. Hello. Holy cow.
Buenas noches, damas y caballeros. How are you? This is awesome. I think you just saw us like 9 seconds ago with our camera. Thank you guys very, very much for coming out today. We really appreciate this. Thank you for all the free food backstage and the free rides and the free toys that you haven't gotten me yet. Thank you. Appreciate all that free stuff that I don't have yet. Thank you.
Let's give it up for the cast of Mr. Iglesias, everybody. Thank you for being here. We're all such huge fans. Is everybody here a fan? Let me hear you. I always start the El Cine panels. We are from El Cine, which is a nonprofit that promotes diversity through film and television. We highlight people who do it right, like the cast of Mr. Iglesias, which is one of the most diverse, inclusive casts we've seen in a long time. And I always start the panel by asking what inclusion means to each of you.
Inclusion is a Marvel character. His powers. No, I'm sorry.
It could be.
Inclusion. I barely finished high school. No piensas with inclusion. It means everybody makes it in. Everybody gets in.
Yeah.
Inclusion. It's so nice, you know, working on Mr. Iglesias, because there's a lot of little brown boys and girls who get to see themselves. They get to see themselves on the screen. They get to see that their stories matter. And that's what I love about Mr. Iglesias, because we're taking topics that are very current and we're putting them on the show. And I think that this is so amazing, because you get to see stuff that matters to you, where if you weren't, you know, that feeling of not being represented is horrible. So to actually see yourself represented and see stories that matter, it's amazing.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Exactly. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I was just going to say it in Spanish. Lo que dijo ella. Gracias. This is like a ghetto version of America's Got Talent, right? This is Bonneville's Got Talent. Yeah. Get 5 points, the little puppet. He got down.
You know, I think inclusion to me just means showing the world the way it really is. You know? And what I love about our show and our cast is it's a super diverse cast, and everybody brings something unique to the table. And you know, like Sherri said, we all have stories to tell. And you know, thank you for the fans for watching, and thank you, Gabe, for creating this show, man. And it's really, like I said, it gives these, you know, brown and black and Asian and you know people, the diverse people, something to look up to and strive for, and see themselves on that screen is so important.
That's right. Yeah. And thank you, Netflix, for making that possible.
Yeah.
And if you don't have Netflix, hit me up over there by the Marvel booth. I still got 5 free codes.
You can use my password. It's Sherri Need a Man 01245.
So one of the things that I love about the show, and it's a lot of what we do at El Cine, it's based on education, and it's a little bit about you and your education growing up and teachers who influenced you. Was this always your goal to create a show that spoke of your experience and the people who really saw you? Because I feel like that was the feeling, right? It's feeling like you're seen and that you belong and that you have something to offer. Tell us.
You give me a lot of credit, by the way.
I will give you all
The
the
first half
credit.
you were on the money. The second half I'm like, oh wow, she has expectations. Well, for those of you that don't know, I was actually offered the opportunity to become a school teacher in the Long Beach Unified School District. They had a program called Exploratory Teaching, and I was eligible because I was bilingual. And so they wanted me to come back and teach for 2 years as long as I agreed to be a bilingual teacher. And during that time is when I had this dream of wanting to pursue a comedy or entertainment or whatever you want to call it, you know. And I chose this path. But believe it or not, I was this close to being a real school teacher. And again, I can't stress it enough. School teachers are so important, and all it takes is one teacher to believe in you to give you that little push that you need. A school teacher believed in me, and she gave me that push. And now I gotta buy her teeth in a car. She don't know it yet.
And when you write these characters, and the writers have done a beautiful job of bringing them to life, and you guys have done a beautiful job as well. I got to see you guys taping, and it was so much fun to watch because since you do comedy, both of you are comics, and it's fun to see how you guys really are affected by the audience and what works when people are watching and changing things up. How much of the show do you feel like has been a creative process for you, not only as a comic and an actor, but as well as like the stories you want to tell and what drives those stories?
I already forgot the first half of the question.
Yeah, what drives the stories? What drives the stories?
Hurry up, put a question mark at the end of it.
Listen, we got time.
Yeah, no, and by the way, just so you know, all three of us, we go back so many years. I used to do a, what would you call it, sketch group?
It's like a monologue show.
Yeah, about 20 years ago with Jacob, called Latino Logs, and Jacob, man, I mean, I was so inspired because, you know, at the time I was just this comic who had 10 minutes of material under his belt, and then we go out there and do these sketches, and next thing I know, I'm on the road.
Yeah, so then we're doing monologues, and Gabe was our opener, right? And you would open and do comedy first, but then you took on a monologue as well, and we would tour, and you know, like sometimes we'd bomb, and sometimes it'd be great, but it was just being in front of that audience, man. It gave you that immediate feedback. But with that, you know, you grow and you become tight, man, and you know, so it's great to see the growth.
Yeah, and having the audience there does help you to create and form the characters on stage. That's why I shouldn't say I can't, but I didn't want to do a single cam. I like having the audience there because you guys give the feedback. I know if I'm doing good, if you're laughing, and I know I'm doing bad if you're looking at me like this right now. See, right now, you're like, that's not even funny. I know, I'm just working on it.
But it's I think Gabe and I have known each other like over close to 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
Because when I was doing stand-up, I was a struggling stand-up comic. I never repossessed
Both of us.
Both of us.
Both of us. Yeah.
Then my car had been repossessed like 3 times, and I would go on the road with
rookies. She didn't know how to hide it. They were gonna repossess my car, but I swapped with a friend.
And Gabe actually would give me a ride home because I didn't have a car. And so being able to work with him again, but it's so magical because Gabriel Iglesias, I don't know why I almost forgot your name. I was about to go Fluffy. Gabriel, you know, he knows.
I like how you put an accent when you say it though. Do it again. No.
Gabriel Iglesias.
You almost made me sound like a villain.
Like you know what works. You know what the crowd is gonna go for, and you know how to change things around because you're used to doing stand-up. We're used to being on stage, so that's what we like is the immediate feedback from the audience.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. During the week when we first started doing the show, I thought I was doing a horrible job just because it was so out of my element to read a script, to memorize lines, and to say them over and over. And I was like, oh my God, this ain't going well. And it wasn't until tape night when we had a live audience and then we go out there and it was just night and day. Yeah. It was night and day. I need you guys for the energy, otherwise I'm just talking to myself in the mirror. Yeah. Love you too, bro. Give me cake, sugar free.
And you guys are doing the second season now, so
we started today. We started season 2 today.
Tell us us a little bit about that.
I'll tell you something about that. They gave me a parking spot. I was so happy.
That's
I had my name on it. It was really cool.
See? That's all you need.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the stories you're planning on for, just don't tell us too much so we can tune in.
That's funny. That's the first thing they told us back. Make sure you don't give away any of the stories.
Yeah.
So what can we look forward
What
to?
can we look forward to?
What kind of stuff can we look forward to? Because the first season, it was like you were a history teacher. You were trying. It was this. It's kind of like this misfit band of kids who didn't have a lot of confidence, a lot of self-esteem. We had a lot of teachers. The teachers were kind of bitter. You know.
I think this season you're going to see a lot more of me being a misfit in some of the situations that I wind up in that I have to fix on my own and with the help of the students. So it's kind of a, they flip it a little bit. Can't say too much of the things that happen, but yeah.
Tell us more! And you had a love interest the first season. What about your love interest? I'm trying to get them to write that for me. But what about your love interest?
I think we're talking about bringing in a love interest. Yeah.
So we're looking for
we're gonna see what happens.
Some actresses.
That's right. Get on Tinder.
Everybody sign up for Tinder now.
Then we got Jacob Vargas. Your character, you were also a history. You're best friends with.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 He's not my love interest, but it just
No, we're not. We're just friends. We're not lovers. But we just got the new script yesterday, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know any storylines yet, but I tell you, man, we have such great writers. They're so talented that the minute I opened that script, man, I started laughing out loud. They're super funny and the stories are really smart. And always they all have a really good message that you take away from it, but it's done in such a funny way. So you just they kind of get you with the laughter, but then you left going, okay, I learned something from this episode.
And that's the one thing. I'm sorry.
No, I think that there's gonna be more of that. This season.
When you were driving the van and listening to mariachi music, I was like, this is my dream life, and I'm glad that you're capturing it and putting it on television.
I thought it was so important to incorporate real things.
Yeah.
The music, to put real music, to put Vicente Fernandez music on the show. It's very much, it's Mexican culture.
I think that's the first, right?
Yeah, he's our Elvis.
That's the first time that's happened
Yeah.
And let me tell you right now, putting Vicente Fernandez's music on TV is not cheap. It cost a lot of money. Believe it, we could have given some opportunities, but yeah, it was very important for us to have that moment, to have that music played, because it's just like, wow, for people to see that and go, that's me. That's like, wow, that's, who wouldn't be rolling down the street bumping some chenta on a Friday?
I'm so into it.
But that's why it's so important, because you get to see culture.
Yeah.
You get to see Spanish.
I incorporate Spanish in the show as well.
All the time he's incorporating Spanish, and you get to hear certain things. I didn't when you were talking about the chupacabra. I'm like, who talks about that on TV? And it was.
Chupacabra's Mexican boogeyman, if you don't already know.
Look him up.
Some of you might have dated a chupacabra.
I divorced two chupacabras.
and chickens.
The kids on the show are incredible. They do such a wonderful job. Such talented kids. And multicam, for those of you who don't know, is a beast of its own. It's doing live theater in a way, as well as making it work for the camera.
In front of a studio audience.
Your hype man is also the best hype man I've ever seen. He's incredible.
Talking about Ron?
Yeah, the janitor. If you guys saw him.
Our warm-up person who keeps the studio audience going and keeping you guys having fun while you're watching us do the same scene over and over and over again.
Yeah, because the show takes a couple of hours to tape, and so they have a studio audience warm-up. It's the person who gets the crowd ready. This is when you applaud, go into commercial kind of a thing, or if we got to do a scene over again, they explain things, and this guy's incredible. He's the best in the business.
I love that you included him in the show. It's just, he's so talented, and he got to be a part of it, and that was really fun to watch him.
Yeah, it's not easy keeping the energy of a crowd for what, like 3 hours? How long did it take?
Three.
It's a while.
Yeah, it's a while. So he keeps the energy going, man. It keeps everybody amped up. So when we go, it's the energy is awesome.
One of the number one things that I find, and maybe you guys as the audience will agree, that when you're making television to create representation, the number one thing that I feel like our community and any community and minorities lack is the feeling of belonging, right? It's that feeling that when you're in Mexico, you're Americanized, or wherever you're from, you're Americanized, but when you're here, you're not really American. And so it's like this feeling that happens, and I feel like this show makes so many people feel like they belong, and I think that we have to say thanks to that. That's a great thing you guys have accomplished by creating this, so
Thank you.
give it up for that. Yeah. Sherri, I seen your stand-up, and I want to talk a little bit about that.
Thank you.
So you're a killer on
I'm
the
assuming
stage.
you liked it when you
Oh,
said
I loved it. I wouldn't bring it up unless I did. And
Can I tell you the funniest story?
Please.
Gabe travels the world. Fluffy travels the world. I'm sure you guys have seen him like everywhere. And so he came to me because I do stand up as well. And Gabe says to me, he says, I don't want to insult you, but can you come and like do a guest spot for me? And I'm used to headlining on my own. And I said, sure, what comedy club are we gonna do? And he goes, no, we're doing an arena. Like 8,000 people. I've never done 8,000 people in my life. And then I go, okay, well, where's the arena? Is it like over in, Hacienda Heights? Where we going? He goes, it's in Hawaii. I almost called him the N-word. This man took me to Hawaii and had me open for him in front of 8,000 people. And then this is how amazing this man is. I want to tell y'all. Because he knows I've been divorced twice and both my husbands are taking all my money. And so
the chupacabras,
the chupacabras. The chupacabras. And so he goes, I don't want them to take your money. Gabe came to my hotel room and brought a wad of money. It was like a drug deal that was going down. He gave me my money and like all cash.
brown paper
I had to
bag.
carry all that money in my chest just to get on board. This is the most amazing man ever. I mean, he had
That's funny. How did you do season 3? Fluffy came to my hotel room with a bag of cash in Hawaii.
I had to tell that story because that's how amazing Gabe is.
Love you too, bro.
What do you think is, how do people that are making content right now create things like this? What do you think is the most important thing when trying to
Now, when you
create
say
something
creating
different?
content, do you
Whether
mean
you're like there's some content
television
creators here,
producers
right?
or
Let's hear
YouTubers
you.
or just in general, like
Just content, because I'm sure there's people here who do like stuff on social media.
There's a
Look
lot
at
of
this guy
creative
right
people
here.
here. A
Yeah,
lot
there's
of
people who create a lot of stuff. So just some advice if you're starting and if you're maybe a minority and you're trying to just push your message across.
First of all, you have a lot of tools and resources available to you that are free online. You can get a lot of apps and stuff like that in order to put stuff together. I think a lot of times we hear no, and we just think that's the end all right there. You know? And even now, I still hear no. And it's one of those things you just got to continue to push. If one door's not open, maybe another door will. And if that door's not open, you got to try another door. There's so many opportunities out there right now, especially thanks to the internet, the world. You can be working anywhere, everywhere. So I mean, you can't let the word no slow you down. You just got to look at it like, hey.
You know what no spells backward is? On. When somebody says no, just go, it's on. It is on.
Like that. I wasn't sure where you're going with that.
There is, if you are trying to create content, I would say be as authentic as you possibly can. Find that thing that is fulfilling to you. I know I follow a little girl who's like amazing. Her name is Candy Lover 89. She's a Latina girl, and she just started. She loves wearing makeup and wigs. And she would just go on the internet and she would just show you how to wear different wigs and do makeup. And that's all she did, just this right here and some lighting. and now she's represented by all these brands, and she likes to sing, and she did covers of everybody's song. She just put out her own video, her own music video, and it's like now she's got hundreds of thousands of followers, and it's just, you got to do stuff that means something to you, and then it will mean something to somebody else. So don't try to be who you think you should be. Be who you in here.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry in about a second. Jacob,
Yes.
tell us what your advice would be.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. We have technology in the palm of our hands now that can reach a global audience. So it's, you have it. You just got to put it out there. I mean, really. I think that's you're only limited by your imagination.
Yeah, like I just got on a new social media platform. Well, it's new to me. It's called TikTok, and all it is, follow me, Fluffy Guy, at Fluffy Guy. Follow me at Fluffy Guy, FLUFFYGUY. Follow me, figure me, Fluffy Guy, TikTok. The TikTok app, it allows you to do so many editing features. It's so cool and it's fun. It's like a combination of Vine and an Instagram story, and then you can insert music. You can do special effects with it. Something as small as that can get more views than one of today's sitcoms. I've seen videos that are maybe 8 seconds long that have, I don't know, something ridiculous, like 16, 17 million views, and yet you look at the trades and see how some of these TV shows, and it's like, 800,000 tuned in. Well, that little TikTok thing got freaking 16 million views.
Yeah, I mean, unboxing videos are huge. And before, my parents used to be like, can you move it along, just get through the gift wrap and show us what you got. Now it's like, no, go slow, check it all out.
Yeah, who would have thought a Christmas morning could get all those views, you know?
Who would have thought?
Abre el regalo, abre la vida, más calzones.
One of the
I hate
things,
getting underwear because they're never the right size.
one of the things, so at Cines, we talk about films and some of the things that influenced you. So I just wanted to go around the table and you guys kind of tell us what was the first film that you were like, this is rad and I want to do this. Whether it was because it inspired you to do it or because you were like, whoa, people are making this, I can make this too.
You want to start it? Because I already know. Well, as far as comedy goes, I was influenced by 3 main comics. It was Eddie Murphy, Robin Williams, and Paul Rodriguez. Those are the 3 right there. Now, by today's standards, I don't know if some of the material would be acceptable or not, but 30 some odd years ago, that was the comedy. That's what I saw, and that's what inspired me to become a comedian. As far as anything, as a movie goes, my favorite movie of all time is Back to the Future. And everything about it I loved. It was a comedy, it was sci-fi, the characters were so well defined, and I'm just like, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome that they filmed a lot of it in the hood. Like I think of Puente Hills Mall, I think is where they filmed it. Yeah. So when I drive by, I'm like, oh my god, that's where the car was going, like wherever the JCPenney was, dun, 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 dun. And now there's a 24-hour fitness, so I really don't go there now. At least JCPenney had a big and tall.
One of the first movies I saw was a film called Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire. With, who was that?
Robin
Williams. And that's a movie that I watch over and over. And for me, it was another movie called Car Wash. You may not ever get it right. And I saw how it made my family feel when they watched it, and it was something. And then I saw a comedian on stage named Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh yeah.
When I saw Whoopi pacing back and forth, just talking about her life, and I saw, wow, you can make your life funny. You just have to. That's when I learned about being authentic and being true to who you are, and that is what made me want to do comedy. And I do gotta say, I am crushing because there was a movie called Next Friday. And oh my gosh, and I remember seeing Michael Pena in Next Friday, and I was like, oh, Jacob, that's our joke, that's our joke.
Really?
I knew I had to do it. But I saw Jacob Vargas in Next Friday, and he was so freaking funny. He dropped his underwear, he was doing everything, and the fact that I get to work with
That's the word.
Every time it comes on, I like edit it and I send it to him and I go, oh my god, I'm working with
crazy. Jacob, just so everybody knows, is an incredible, incredible person who does so much for his community. El Cine wouldn't be where it is today if he hadn't come on board and helped us out. And it's easy when you're doing Latin programming because he's really been in mostly every iconic Latin movie, or movies in general. He was in Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, Ramon. Don't ever forget, that was my favorite.
Thank you, man.
What's your favorite film, Jacob?
Well, you know what? I have I have a lot, man. But as a kid, you know, my parents would always like sneak us into the movie theater to watch like Cantinflas movies. And that was like La India Maria was one of my favorites too. It was such like she's like this, you know, indigenous woman, and you know, just she was super funny. And I just remember watching this, and my parents were laughing their asses off. And I just saw what comedy can do, and how, you know, like 6 kids, you know, coming in, and my parents, they're tired as hell, but then they leave like super like energized and happy, and they would see themselves reflected up on that screen, and so I felt that was so important. But then like growing up as a kid, one of my favorite shows was Chips, and watching Eric Estrada there, just being like cool and suave, and he got all the ladies, he had great hair, you know, and he rode a motorcycle, and he was a cop, and he was on the good side of the law. So that was like super inspiring to watch, you know. And then I found out that Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, was half Mexican. Like, hell yeah, you know? So it was like all these people that really, but every time I would see somebody that I felt connected to, you know, culturally, I mean, that really like, I pushed the idea that maybe one day I can be up there as well.
And you have, so it's rad. Before we open it for audience questions, I would like to ask you guys anything that's next. I know some of you are going on tour with comedy. Tell me, push it because people are following you. All of you guys started following Fluffy Guy today, right? Right now. TikTok, yeah.
Oh, also, I did it over there. I'll be at Staples Center December 27th and Honda Center December 28th. Honda Center's already sold out. With Staples Center, you can still get tickets, and if you can't find tickets, I'll be in the alley. Scalping. I said, what are those está bien chistoso? And then, of course, we have season 2 that'll be, I want to assume, summertime of 2020.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then also I have another project in the works with Netflix, an animated project, so that's cool. I'm Netflix's little hoe. I got no problem telling you. I am Netflix's little sucia all day, all night, every day.
I just finished a movie. It's on DVD now. It's called The Brian Banks Film, and it was in theaters with Morgan Freeman and Greg Kinnear, and just finished it, so it's on DVD. I have a game show on the Game Show Network called Best Ever Trivia Show that comes on every day. I host the Newlywed Game. That's also on the air. And then I have I do stand-up comedy. I'm always at the Laugh Factory, the Comedy Store, and on the road. You can see me in divorce court all the time. I'm always at LA Superior. So
I was about to ask you, how do you host the Newlywed Game? And you're like, well, you know. That's like me hosting a fitness show.
But you can always find me at 111 North Hill. And then in season 2 of Mr. Iglesias. I'm so excited.
I feel like such an underachiever now. I don't got nothing going on. Just this show.
You're a father. You're a husband.
No, I got a few things in development right now. So we're developing a couple of projects, you know, with my boy Edward James Olmos, and so hopefully we'll have some historical, you know, Chicano projects coming out. But you know, other than that, yeah, man, I'm just kind of, you know, spending time with my kids, and now that we're rocking and rolling season 2, man, this is it. Yeah.
So exciting. So, come see us at the Somos El Cine booth. That's on 2213 is our booth number in the 2200 aisle. We'll be there all weekend, and you can see a little bit about what we do.
Yeah, and I will be there tomorrow signing autographs as well. So
Yeah.
come on and say hello.
And Angel Avila's Sad Girl will be there on Sunday signing autographs, so come see her.
From the Vida Loca.
Show her some love. Okay, we're gonna open it up for audience questions. Let's hear them.
How do you get tickets for taping of season 2? The tickets for season 2 are free, by the way, and I have a link. I want to say it's Ticket Web. Shoot it! I'm gonna go online right now and I'll find it.
You just have to be 18 and
Or
over.
have a good fake ID.
Yeah, I think
Good fake ID.
I think they lowered the age to
16?
to 16. Yeah, so
Okay.
so
16.
the young people love the show, man. So
I'm gonna look for it. If anybody on my social media team can point me in the direction of those those tickets, because I know I saw the link on Twitter.
We'd love to have you.
yeah,
come to
it
taping
is
of
a
the
great
show.
time, guys. You guys.
Having real actual
Yeah.
fans at the TV taping would be
Yeah.
amazing.
But
And
if
it's,
you guys get a chance to come out and watch one of our shows, it's an amazing experience. It's really
It's so much fun,
Yeah, it's so
you
much
guys.
fun.
still looking.
Yeah, we tape over at in the Netflix studio over in Hollywood off of Sunset. So once
Then
again,
you're
gets
fast.
the link.
TVtickets.com. TVtickets.com. The tickets are free. Okay, you go on there and the search engine, just put Mr. MR and then Iglesias, and it'll pop right up. And you put in the request right there. It is first come, first serve, and don't be slinging those tickets on the side. So yeah, TVtickets.com
Next
for
question.
free tickets to the taping.
Oh, look at the baby.
Hello. Right here, Gabe. Right here. Right here.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Gabe. I just want to quickly say you're one of my heroes for the last 10 years, and it's like so cool to see someone that looks like me making it as big as you.
Wait, how much do you weigh? Vamos a ver, hombre. We can compare stretch marks.
I was gonna ask, can I play your son on the show?
Oh my God! You know what the funny part is? My son's backstage right now. Is he's gonna be like,
Stage match.
he's single, by the way, ladies. Make a move. He's got his shots. He's got all his shots. He's doing really good.
What does this credit look like? You got good credit?
You got good credit.
All right. That's what you want, ladies.
Good credit.
Perfect. We'll take your question. They're coming over with a mic.
Sophie, what's your favorite part of your prank call skit?
What is my favorite part of my prank call? Which one? I've pranked a few people.
The one where he starts running super
Put the microphone a little bit
Close to
closer.
your
There you
mouth,
go.
baby.
The one where he starts running super fast to go tell the ladies something. I forgot.
I've pranked my son many times. He no longer laughs, so I leave him alone. But I enjoy having fun. Sometimes I go a little bit too far, and that's the last thing I want to do now. But yeah, I had many good laughs having fun with him.
Yeah, one more question right here. This beautiful lady.
Oh, it's the lady right in the front. Or you talking about
Yeah.
the lady in the front?
Oh, which one? Oh.
Right. When you're talking about
Right here.
Actually, two quick questions. One, Sherri, are you on this year's Masked Singer?
Am I on this year's Masked Singer? Who watches Masked Singer? Oh, you think that's me?
Possibility. And
I wanted to do it, but it clearly was me.
You only sing.
You have to watch and find out. I'm gonna say no.
and then real quick, Gabriel, I had the opportunity.
Wait. Put your hand up. Where you at? Oh,
just right there.
sorry.
I had the opportunity many years ago to see you at the Ontario Improv, and it was a blast, and I had such a great opportunity. Now my son is a huge fan, and
Is your son Gumby?
You're the number one movie of all time?
the #1 movie of all time.
Amazing.
And yay. And we would like to know if you would sign his pop for him.
Yeah, give me the pop. Give me the pop. I had so much fun doing all those shows in Ontario at the Improv. We would do we would do a show Wednesday, a show Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 3 shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday, and 1 show Monday. And then my manager goes, yeah, just play theater. Play theater.
It was amazing way back then, and
That's a good marker.
And following.
That's a good marker.
We gonna steal this
You need
marker.
to charge admission to that marker. Oh, but a Chaka would be proud.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's have one more question.
Hi guys. First of all,
Bet you never heard that song at LA Comic Con. That's what we like to do on Mr. Iglesias. We like to pull stuff like that out. El día que te encontré, me enamoré. Tú sabes que yo nunca lo he negado. That's why I'm not a Masked Singer. Sorry, I got excited. Is that when we did karaoke in Hawaii? Remember that?
We did karaoke, but we didn't sing that beautiful song. We sang "She Got a Big Butt." That's what we sang. Baby got back.
well, first of all, thank you so much.
Where you at?
You guys are awesome. I just have a quick question. It doesn't have to go a political route. There's a lot of young people, not just Hispanic, not just women, that are under the DACA program. What advice would you guys give to them? Under the DACA program.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All three of us are terrified to answer because of like 20,000 cameras. Like, bring it, Gordo, let's go. I'll answer that question personally if you don't mind.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I ain't trying to put politics out there
Perfect.
right
We
now.
have time for just one more. Let's go with this lovely lady here.
I think they got mad that we were bumping Chenta over there. They're louder now. Yes.
Okay, so
Speak up, babe.
Speak up.
So I kind of have a request, but it's for my friend Hector. He was wondering if you can do real quick. Can you do the pitch voice? And I was wondering if I could get a picture.
Okay, I'll tell you what. First of all, I don't know how you're gonna get up here. Yes, to a picture. If you want to take a picture, I'll make it happen. I just don't know how you're gonna get up here. So if you can get help getting up here, we'll take the picture. And as far as the voice, what did you want to hear?
I don't know. He just really wanted to hear you do the voice.
I mean, we can go different directions. We can go Chenta. We can go like.
Oh my God, seriously?
Or we can go in the other direction. I'll tell you right now, it's my favorite time of year. I'm not sure. I hope one of those works. Yeah? Find somebody to bring you around and I'll take a picture. Okay?
That's all. We're just gonna take a picture and then we're wrapping it up. But thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for being
Again, we appreciate it. Netflix season 2 of Mr. Iglesias. For the people that have the Funko Pops, yes, I will be coming out with a Series 2 Funko Pop. It's crazy. I love the fact that they made me a Funko Pop because they took off all kinds of weight. Thank you.
Where is our picture? Hey, look at you! You're here!
Hey, well, come on over.
up. I'll take the picture for you. Oh, you got it. Hey, bro. I got it.
It's like an auction right now. Hey, let me move my vice out of the way.
Esconda la soda.
Can I borrow the marker, bro? What's your name? What's your name? Hold the cap. Hold the cap. What's your name? Spell it.
S-T-E-E.
See, ladies, now you know why you gotta ask for what you want.
Yeah.
Might get it.
Let's hear the ladies in here tonight. Thank you guys again. Come visit us at the Somos El Cine booth. El Cine, we program Latin films all over town. And come say hi.
Thanks again, you guys.
Thank you guys. Watch season 2. Thank you.
Don't forget to support the street vendors selling those Mexican bacon wrap hot